Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here tonight. Basically, there's a lot of times that I hate my job for the fact that, making videos on YouTube, basically for the fact that I don't get to watch Monday Night Raw when it's on live and live tweet with everybody and make live videos and try to keep everybody up to date on what's going on. And I come home from my work. The time I sit down here in the chair in front of my computer, I'm already an hour and a half after the show has ended. I'm just starting it, so it's hard, to make live videos about what's going down when I'm so far behind already. But there's times that I come home and I start up Monday Night Raw, and the best stuff happens that really gets me into this and reminds me why I'm a wrestling fan, and really gets me like, yeah, this is fun. There's no way in the world you cannot know that the New Day is one of the best, most exciting, most funniest things that there is in professional wrestling. I've seen people make videos, I've seen people tweet about it, saying basically that if it wasn't for the New Day, they more than likely would have given up on professional wrestling and just said, I'll just take off for a while and then I'll come back, see what's going down, if anything grabs me. But they can't go, because every time the New Day is on television, whether if it's on Raw, if it's on SmackDown, if it's on a pay-per-view, they always go out of their way to blow something up and make it the best in the world. Well, tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw opened with John Cena coming down to the ring, basically saying that he was going to kick off his open challenge for the United States Championship. Last week we saw him not have the open challenge, but have a match against Seth Rollins that was put together by Kane. And in these matches, we see a lot of people come out to have matches with John Cena that we never thought we would ever see. I know there was a big push online for it to be Heath Slater versus John Cena, with it being Heath Slater Appreciation Day, and Heath Slater being one of the guys that was really having a gimmick of he was going to go after the United States Championship and answer this challenge, but he kept on getting attacked by Rusev or all sorts of funny things along the way. But I really wanted to see Slater versus Cena, but I mean, this comes second best. I mean, this was way better than I thought it would ever be, if I ever thought it would come together. But basically, Cena says whoever wants some, come get some, and immediately we hear Xavier Woods answer the challenge on his tuba. Is it a tuba? What the heck does he play? It's not a saxophone either. Trombone, that's what that damn thing's called. But Xavier Woods comes out, he's playing the John Cena thing on the trombone. Followed behind him is Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day. Basically, they came out to the ring. Big E Langston says something about, that they're going to win this match, and then their new slogan is going to be hustle, loyalty, and booty. I see Big E Langston with the booty sign when he comes out, doing the whole picketing thing about no tables, save the tables, things like that. I love it. I know it's funny. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why WWE would let him bring that out there. I'm not like, Scrooge. I'm not like some like Scrooge, basically saying that I think it's offensive or anything like that. I just don't know how it fits in with what's going on. Basically, they come down to the ring. They're delivering a promo about how they're going to beat the Dudleys at the Madison Square Garden show this Saturday. And they're talking about they're going to go into this match, they're going to win this, and then they're going to be like Scrooge McDuck, and they're going to be swimming in gold because they got the tag team championships already. Adding the U.S. championships is going to be really good. You know that from listening to the not the Big E Langston, but the New Day podcast with Chris Jericho, one of the things that they really liked about forming this faction was they weren't going to be just tied down to the tag team division. If you think about the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, you saw Big E Langston and Xavier Woods. They had a match where they defended the tag team titles, and Kofi Kingston wrestled in the Money in the Bank briefcase match. So it's not like, Kofi or Big E or Xavier Woods is locked into having to be a part of this tag team. They just they use the free bird rule where they're able to do this back and forth. Basically, Cena says there's no time for jokes. Get into the ring. New Day huddles up and they send Xavier Woods into the ring. Lillian Garcia, she reads off the announcements, and still inside of the ring, Xavier Woods is down there, and he's taunting John Cena with the trombone. And at this point, basically, Cena's had enough. Cena just runs over, he slaps him, Xavier Woods rolls out of the ring at this point. Biggie Langston jumps up on the ringside. He's trying to get involved in this match. Xavier Woods sneaks back into the ring, and they actually start to wrestle. Kofi Kingston tries to distract John Cena by looking like he's going to jump into the ring. And Cena starts yelling at everybody to calm down. The referee, he steps up for Cena. He kicks out Biggie Langston and Kofi Kingston from ringside, making it a one-on-one match. As we go to commercial, that's the big thing to make you draw back to come back from the break. As it goes into a one-on-one match, if you think about it, Cena versus Xavier Woods, it's a pretty one-sided factor. Cena, he slaps on the AA. He hits Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is able to break up after a 2 count, but then Cena applies the STF. And at that point, Kofi Kingston and Biggie Langston come running back down to jump into the ring, causing the disqualification. Immediately after this, the Dudley Boys have seen enough. The Dudley Boys come running down to help out John Cena as they clean the house. And, basically, all hell breaks loose. They go into the next segment, which is John Cena and the Dudley Boys going into a tag team match against the New Day. And the New Day find a way to win that one as well. But this is just one of those things that makes you just love professional wrestling. And that is the New Day, where I was going to clap for him. I was going to give him a round of applause, but you gotta